What does it exactly mean to be a boy? What does that entail?
It's just kind of a feeling. Like, I know that I'm not a woman. I don't know how else to describe it. How would you describe being a boy?
I don't think I could.
See?
Yeah. Um, like,
You can describe stereotypes of being a boy, but then there are guys that wear dresses just
exactly.
because
Yeah.
dresses are nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I am an alien. This is my first day on Earth. I've never been to Earth before. Landed my ship down here. Yeah, I've been talking to students all morning, and it must be afternoon by now. Yeah, I've learned a few things. I've had a lot of conversations. Right now, I'm asking, should I be woke? While you were walking by, you saw the sign. I guess what brought you in?
I guess I was just interested in seeing what this was entirely. That's all.
Sure, that's
A
all.
little curious when I was walking past because I walked past a few times.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm just out here trying to have respectful conversations with people about.
Cool. Stay woke. I know exactly what to talk about.
Okay.
So actually, so the Trump administration has been targeting trans individuals like myself, and it has influenced me in the way that it has been hard for me to get my hormones, which will negatively impact my body. Not only emotionally, but it will physically alter my body permanently. And I would that like when I got that news yesterday, because I was trying to request my estrogen and it was denied because they said that it was out of stock. I said, "What? How is my prescription out of stock?" But like it was at every pharmacy that I tried. And it was really bad. And it really affected my mental health to the point where I was outside the wellness center, like after hours sobbing, because it really hurts me, and yeah.
I'm sorry you're here. I'll just hold in the middle of us. Are you okay? You're shaking a little bit.
Yeah.
You're okay though?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're okay. Okay. So I think what you're saying is that we should be woke because of what the Trump administration is doing with restricting hormone access to transgender people.
Not only that, but they are coming out with a bunch of laws. They're trying to pass a bunch of laws against trans individuals, and they're just trying to harm us as a community and change the view that people have of us.
Okay. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong. I just got here, right? So I've just had the internet for a few hours, and quite a ride, huh? Right? That was a joke. Anyway. So I think the one you're referencing, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the law was is that till you're 19, I believe, can't have access to the hormones. Is that accurate? I don't want to.
I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked too far into it because I didn't really believe. I saw it online, but I didn't really believe it until it started affecting me personally. But yeah, I just found out earlier this week that this was happening like all across America.
If you don't, I mean, I think that's what it is. I'm not like an expert or anything. I don't, study those things necessarily. But I think that is the case. If you don't have to answer this, but are you under 19?
I am.
Okay, perhaps
Actually,
that's why.
I have my this is my third day here. I have my associates from high school. I graduated high school with my associate's degree. So I only got 2 more years for my bachelor's, and
That's
I was
cool.
really excited
That's really
to
cool.
be on this campus because I really like this campus and I like the community. Hi, Alex.
It's actually really nice here. I really enjoy the campus here.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. There's lots of nice people here.
It really is.
It's
I think it's a really nice
really nice
community.
spot. Yeah.
And actually, I've gotten so many compliments just for being myself, and I really like that because
Mhm.
I grew up in Sheboygan, and that's not really
Sheboygan.
exactly. It's very, very small.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a joke about. I think there's a joke about Sheboygan, how it gets constantly mentioned in national spotlights, and it's kind of just this quirky little town. Anyway,
Isn't it like the surf hub of the Midwest?
something
Yeah, I think it's like the Malibu of the Midwest.
Yeah.
I think that's what they call it.
All right. Well, anyways, it's it's small town, and you're
Very
here now, and you seem to be enjoying it here. So that's
Definitely.
fantastic.
I lived there for 18 years of my life, so I'm excited to be here.
Okay. So
But I want to also state that trans individuals have always existed, and I know it's hard to accept for some people, but they are. I don't think that trans individuals mean harm to anybody, to be fair. I think they are just, they have a lot of, I would say, non-acceptance from the people around. No matter what, the whole society is not very accepting.
Yeah.
And but this community on campus is significantly different. I did notice
that's good.
there is still the lingering unacceptance though. But I was looking when I was online. That's why I picked this school, because of that.
Oh, that's cool.
But
Okay.
my family kind of turned me away when I came out as trans.
Oh.
That's what I was trying to get to, but it's kind of emotional for me to talk about. So I have no support outside of the school, but this school has really helped me. It's the only thing that's keeping me going, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that your family was. Was it more like they kind of shunned you, or?
It was like,
Sorry if I'm going in a place where you don't want to go.
no, it's okay.
Okay.
So my family kind of just turned me away, and they say that they accept me for me, but the thing is, they don't try to see me as who I am. My whole life I've been stuck between two lives. That's what it felt like. It was really, really destroying on my mental health. One of them was one that people wanted me to be, one that didn't feel like it was myself. It felt like I was living a lie. And it was really, really hard for me to get day by day, especially trying to find a purpose in life and get fulfillment out of being myself and expressing how I want to be seen and presented. But yeah, that's, sorry, I'm
That's okay. That's okay. So I've had a couple conversations today with students about transgender topics, and there's been a wide variety of perspectives. So earlier today there was I forgot her name already. Started with a J. Anyways, but she talked to me, and she was very pro. I think everybody actually was really pro accepting. I think everybody so far has been very pro kindness, but especially her, and she was very pro treatments. What's it called? Affirming. And then there was other individuals that were probably not as pro affirming. And one of the questions that I asked, I think I asked both these individuals, I hope I did, was is it far enough to just kind of change your, maybe grow out your hair or shortcut your hair, wear different clothes, or talk in a different way maybe, or walk in a different way, or accept other pronouns? Is that kind of good enough, or should you always have to take it a step further with hormones, for example, or surgery? Or
So the hormones in surgery, I would say, is more of a personal preference. I don't think that determines what it means to be trans. I know it's hard for a lot of people in the trans community right now, because especially if you're if you don't fit society's standards of gender, It's really, really hard. And it gets to the point where like people aren't consciously knowing that they are acting this way. Like people might not have it in their head that they are acting this way towards trans individuals, but they are being left out and like excluded just for being the way that they are.
Yeah.
And that's just how society presents them. But I mean, I think a lot of trans individuals are really, really nice, and they want to, I would say, meet people, explore the world.
Yeah, you seem like a very nice individual. And
you.
yeah. Yeah, I don't think anyone should be excluded like from housing or school or anything like that. Or even church. I think anyone should be able to go, regardless of whether trans or whatever it might be, honestly. Yeah, okay. I am wondering, and this is probably a very personal question for you. And if you don't want to answer, totally okay. Totally okay. I'm wondering on the motivation to get the hormones. Like you can change lots of stuff about your appearance without hormones and stuff. Why the necessary step to
Why
get
do
them?
people go
Yeah.
towards hormones?
Yeah.
So I think that hormones, well, for me, I can't say for everyone, but for me, the way that I see it is the hormones make it a lot easier and it changes my body physically. Not only that, it changes my emotions completely.
Okay.
And it literally rewrites my whole body's chemistry. And I didn't know until I became like hormonally trans. I did not know what it was like to be a woman. I say once I started estrogen, the whole world quite literally changed colors. And I don't know if like if that's the same for everybody, but I feel like I see so much more color in the world. And
Is that like a way to say that you are more happy?
yeah,
Okay.
I definitely would say I'm more happy.
I'm happy for that.
Definitely. Not only that, but it reduces the things that make me uncomfortable with my body, because all of the things that come with puberty for males, that stuff on my body, like just even the thought of it makes me extremely uncomfortable. It got to the point where I isolated myself for 2 years. When I came out, it was when I was 16. My family denied me. It was after a breakup, so that's why I wanted to come out, because I wanted support. But then they turned me down, and I feel like everybody just turned their heads to me, and I just got left out of the world for 2 years, and that was also like during COVID too. So
Yeah,
it was really, really bad.
I'd imagine.
I had no friends. I had no support. I was alone, and I was stuck between two lives because everybody kept coming at me, and some of them were aggressive. Actually, they were very aggressive towards, I would say, placing me under one of those lives.
Okay.
That wasn't who I felt I was.
Interesting. Does this, I don't want to use the incorrect word, and I might, so please correct me if I'm using an incorrect word.
Are we?
Because I don't want to use the incorrect word. It's kind of like you have this desire to be a woman. Would that be correct? Is that an okay statement to say?
I would not say it's
Okay.
a
I'm sorry.
desire. I would say it's more of, it's like a deep feeling I've always felt from a young age. I wouldn't ever say it's a desire.
Okay. Yeah, I apologize.
It's okay.
Okay, so a deep-rooted feeling from that
Like,
has occurred a long time.
so I would say that my interests in what I see as myself are what society would place under the category of what a cisgender woman would be. And I guess that just aligned with more how I wanted to be presented and how I felt comfortable being seen in public. It's not like I want to be a girl. I feel I've always been a girl.
It's just really deep, kind of deeply ingrained. Okay. Is it is it more of an internal thing, or is it an external thing where you want to be seen this way, or is it just like is it more external or internal?
I would say it's more internal. I don't really care like if people like accept me. I want to be accepted, obviously,
I think
but
everyone does.
I
yeah.
think the best way for me to be accepted, at least in this society, is to fit as close as I can into one of the categories that I feel comfortable with,
Hmm.
and that means I have to restrict myself.
Hmm.
But I don't think that entirely entitles hormones. That's why I said it depends. It varies for each person. The hormone aspect is just to help me feel comfortable being seen in public. Not only that, but it does help change my body and my emotions
Yeah.
and the way that I think.
Before you went on the hormones, or possibly now because you can't get them, I don't know.
No, I still have.
You
I
still have
a few.
enough. Okay, gotcha. So before you kind of had, would it be fair to describe it as like a feeling of like uneasy with how your body was?
It was. I felt very, very uncomfortable with my body. I would say it was, yes, and uneasy. Um, like any, I would also, my interests, they weren't aligning with that of what saw as male and what I was deeply ingrained in my head as a male throughout my childhood. Because it's really based on what's engraved in that individual's head and what they see as what they see as what mixed gender.
So one way to alleviate that would be for the hormones, right? To alleviate that uneasiness, that discomfort.
It does. It
Yeah.
definitely helps with that. So
Okay.
it helps with me emotionally. And like I said, when I started hormones, I felt almost not even a month on it. I did notice the change. It was incredibly fast. I do not regret a single second of it. I actually no. I got hormones. I've known since I was really young, but my family was never accepting of me, so I had to wait till I turned 18 to get hormones. So on my 18th birthday, I called them on my 18th birthday, like is immediately,
Yeah.
and scheduled an appointment, and instantly got it done, because I wanted to get it out of the way. I knew that the longer I waited, the more physical changes would have not been able to revert, because puberty isn't necessarily reversible, especially male to female.
Yeah.
But female to male is a lot easier to do. So once the male changes happen, it's impossible for it to reverse.
Yeah.
The only thing that it can do is change going forward.
Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of like a permanent thing that will.
Somebody sucked in their hoop.
Hello, welcome. We'll bring you on in a moment.
Yeah.
I kind of have two questions floating around in my head, and I don't know which one to ask first. Do you think that there is a possibility that there's another strategy, and when I say strategy, it's just like an action, a thing you could do, that might alleviate that uneasiness or discomfort instead of hormones?
I'm not too sure. I've tried many things, but the uneasiness got to a point where things didn't make me happy. Nothing made me happy. I felt like I had no purpose in life, and I felt like
Oh no, that's
I isolated myself for those 2 years, and I focused on college. That's how I got my associate's degree before graduating high school.
yeah, it's amazing. Do you think that your life had less purpose previously?
Yes,
Really? Huh. Why is that?
because throughout my whole childhood, I could never imagine myself when I got older, and the thought of what I would be like when I got older really, really hurt me, because it was I saw what people wanted me to be. And that's because my mom, for example, wants me to be like a big, strong man that that supports the family for like my next generations.
Yeah.
My grandma wants me to be a Christian. So they're like forcing me to go to church. And my dad wants me to be like him, and he's quite literally in prison. He's been in prison my whole life. But yeah, no, he was like a drug dealer, and it was really bad. So I just, all of these things that people wanted me to be, I guess I would say it kind of overwhelms me, and I didn't feel comfortable with any of it because it wasn't who I felt I wanted to be.
Gotcha.
So I kind of disassociated with
Do you think you could be who you want to be without the hormones?
No,
No.
because I think society sees people of gender differently. And I know males on this earth are significantly more they're seen with power more, and they have a lot more benefits than women.
I don't want to be that guy who's like, no, you said this earlier, and I'm not trying to be that guy. But I am wondering, like, you said earlier it's more internal than external. Like, it's not about how people view you necessarily. It's more about the internal. But what I heard just now, it seemed to be more external.
I say it's a mix of both.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
There are aspects that are internal, and there are aspects that are external.
Okay. Okay. Well, I will try to rope in this newcomer. Right now we were having a conversation. You hopefully were listening in a little bit. It was kind of a deep personal conversation. You mind if I share some of the details? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. She is transgender, and recently she has been unable to get the hormone supplements. Is that a fair word? Or what are they? Supplements? Okay. Since she has been on the hormones, she has had, and correct me if I get anything wrong, please. She has given her life more purpose. And previously, she believed that her life didn't have purpose, and now it does have purpose. And I was just asking more about those details, I guess you could say. I guess I'm wondering. I'm really interested in the purpose aspect. That sounds really important. It sounds important to you. Is it important, the purpose of, before and after? Like,
Definitely.
it sounds really
Ever
important.
since I hormonally transitioned, I feel like I can express myself, and I feel way more free. I feel a lot happier. Like emotionally, I feel so happy with my body. I feel like I actually feel comfortable being myself, and I feel like it's just a part of me now. I don't see it as changing.
Okay. This is going to be a really difficult first question, and I hate to do this to you, but I'm going to. But if you don't want to answer, just be like, I'd rather not answer. Do you think that her life would have a purpose prior to being on hormone supplements?
Well, me personally, I think everyone's life has purpose. Um, I think she meant like personally she felt that way.
Internally?
Yeah, not you know
That
what
makes
I
sense.
you know what I mean?
Is
So
that what you
yeah,
meant?
I believe her life did have purpose. Everybody has purpose here, I believe. But it is you can feel that way that you don't have a purpose.
Okay.
And yeah,
Okay.
I get it. I completely get it. I felt like my life had no purpose before I came to college. Before I came to college, I was really only reason I applied was because my family made me. So I didn't really care about college. I picked whatever class they put me in. I didn't care about my schedule. I didn't care about my housing. But now that I'm here, I feel a lot better. And yeah, it's up to me. It's like whatever gives you purpose is up to you. It doesn't have to be approved by anybody else. So for me, college gave me purpose.
We create our own purpose? Okay. If we do create our own purpose, like with you in college, like prior to that, like let's say college wasn't an option. I mean, it's not an option for everybody. Would there be a way for you to create purpose so your life has meaning without college?
Definitely, there's different factors in my life where I do have purpose. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you want like examples?
Yeah, sure.
Like, my family, we have a lot of kids, so I babysit a lot, so I feel like my purpose could have been, helping with the kids, helping out with family, getting a job and supporting my grandma, because I did live with her. I just feel like you can find a purpose in anything. There's nobody doesn't have a purpose, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. What do you think about that? Could you have created purpose without the hormones? Like with her without college, you without the hormones?
So I mean, prior, I definitely could have seeked purpose in other ways, but I don't think that it would have been the same because from a young age, I've always felt that I was different. I always felt that something wasn't right about me, and I never had a male figure in my life, and I think that could also be a potential factor, but I'm not too sure on that. I do know that all I've ever wanted to do was be loved and accepted for being myself, and I have felt like I was never myself because I was only trying to be the person that they wanted me to be throughout my whole life. That's all I've ever done. That's why I've pushed myself to get into college early.
I think I may have asked this question already, and I don't want to repeat myself or come off as, that guy. I don't want to be that guy. Nobody wants to be that guy. I guess I'm just confused about, like, I don't know how to even phrase this. Maybe you can help me. I'll just try speaking, and maybe you'll get it. So, like, you want to be accepted for who you are. I'm wondering how that relates to the hormones themselves.
The hormones themselves, they just make me feel a lot more accepted. Not only that, the hormones, I wanted hormones because I wanted to physically feel like how I felt I was always meant to be. Because I quite literally I've always felt uncomfortable in my body. My body parts made me extremely uncomfortable throughout my whole life. I didn't know what it was, but they always have.
Okay. Trying to explore this as deeply as I can. And I'm trying to be as respectful as I can. If anything I say, like, feel free to call me out. I will, we'll talk about it then and figure it out. If there was I want to try to do this thought experiment where we kind of switch shoes for a moment. It's kind of a weird situation. It works better for other claims, but it should work out here, I think. Kind of uncharted territory. If you were, I take it you are a cis woman. Accurate.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Just want to confirm that.
Yes.
Okay. And if you were in a male body, let's say you were born male, so it'd be a similar situation to our friend over here. Do you think that you could have purpose, accept yourself as a male, I guess? Assuming you have like the same brain that you do now.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I really can't say because I've never been in that situation. I'm not gonna, speak in a situation that I've never been in. It's not my place. But I don't know. That's really hard, especially with everybody's opinions. That'd be really hard, but I think I'm not even gonna answer that. I don't think I could
you don't
answer
have
that.
to. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Was that an okay question to ask? I just want to make sure.
No, I think that was an amazing question.
Oh,
I think that question very much did show how I felt throughout my whole life. And I think that you phrased it very well.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Was my answer okay?
Yeah, no, you're
Okay.
perfect.
If If there was someone who had a different perspective, let's say they joined our little circle here, and they had the perspective of like, you should accept your body as it is, and you can have purpose regardless of if you take the hormones or don't take the hormones. I mean, I assume that you guys seem like you would think they would be mistaken about that, and that's okay to think they would be mistaken. It's okay to disagree. I'm wondering, is that the case? I guess I should confirm that. Like, if someone said, I'll repeat it because I think you have a look of confusion. Yeah, but that's okay. That was a terrible phrasing. If someone came up and they were like, I think people shouldn't take hormone supplements, even if they have, discomfort in their body, and perhaps they should try to learn to be more comfortable in their body instead of trying to change it. Would you think that is a mistaken perspective?
I think that it varies from person to person, but I don't see why it should matter so much to somebody else what somebody does to their body.
Yeah.
Exactly. As long as it makes them feel comfortable with themselves.
Can I answer
Yeah,
that?
absolutely.
Okay, to me, yes, I would disagree, but I wouldn't, comfort them or anything. But honestly, to me, it's no different than, okay, I'm on birth control, TMI, because my period is just really bad. To me, it's like no different than me taking birth control because I'm uncomfortable and makes me uncomfortable. People take steroids to make them bigger. That makes them uncomfortable. It's none of my business. You know what I mean? What else? People take weight loss medicine. It's no different to me. If you're uncomfortable with your physical appearance, do what you need to do to fix that. People get plastic surgery. Do that. Whatever makes you happy. It doesn't bother me. So that's just what my opinion would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you both agree, which is pretty cool. You guys agree. Is there anything you guys could learn or discover that might get you to agree with this hypothetical third person?
I'm very open-minded, but I think it would take a lot for me to kind of see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And it kind of depends on what the person is saying, whether they agree or not, or whether they're just being flat out rude because they're,
Yeah.
that's just like the person they are. So it really depends who, what situation,
Let's say they were about the calm as I am being and as careful worded as I am being. Hopefully I am.
Yes.
And yeah, like that's all they said, and then they walked away. But it kind of got your mind thinking, yeah, and like what would you seek out to figure it out if you wanted to, like, if you thought maybe they had like a teeny amount of merit to what they said, like where would you go to figure it out?
I don't really know if I would figure it out personally because it has really nothing to do with me, but I'd probably talk to someone about it. Like, I don't know, my sister, she has a bunch of LGBTQ books because she's in the LGBTQ, so I'd probably go and ask her about it or
Okay.
probably look it up, honestly, but you can't always, not everything is true on,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
On the
So it's
internet, yeah.
kind of hard to get 100% that it's real, but
Okay. Okay. Did you have any thoughts?
I definitely think that you should always try to come and think of other people's perspectives, because you never know what somebody else has experienced throughout their life.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of hard stuck ideology is based off of things that were put in their head by guardians or people throughout their lives, like that. Exactly.
Gotcha.
But I think that everybody should try to be just open-minded about everything because you never know. You never know what it's like for somebody else.
Completely agree. Completely agree. I'm gonna ask a very similar question, but it might get the wheels turning even more. So I am an alien, as you guys know, just landed here. And if that hypothetical third student came up, and I'm listening to you guys, I'm listening to what this hypothetical third student is saying, what would be the best way for me to figure out who was more accurate, you guys or them?
that's a good question. How would you find out whose information is more accurate?
Or whose stance is better or accurate or more best?
Honestly, I would go to the internet. That's what I would do if I was the alien.
Okay. Go to the internet?
Yeah.
Like the first article that comes up?
Well, obviously not. I would do like a bunch of research and then maybe form an opinion, but yeah.
Where would I center the research?
Google?
Google? Okay, like from like look up what like maybe doctors are saying, studies?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Or maybe a college, if you can get into one
Okay.
as an alien.
They might be accepting. Who
Yeah.
knows? Yeah. Okay. 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 Is there like a specific type of study that would make me the alien lean one way or the other?
I personally don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a good answer. If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on what an alien should do to figure this out, whether the third student is correct or you guys are?
I think that they should definitely look into it themselves, and they should educate themselves on the subject in a way that is non-biased. For example, through Wikipedia. Wikipedia is very non-biased because anybody can edit it, and things will not be tolerated that are incorrect, obviously.
What kind of information on Wikipedia or anywhere really? Like what kind of information would I want to seek?
You would look towards I would say gender affirming. I think that might be in there. Or you could definitely look into just what gender means and
Okay.
go based off of that.
Okay. Okay, gender. Yeah. Okay. So, if in the alien myself was able to kind of looked up what gender meant and fully understand gender, that would likely come to a conclusion about if someone should or should not take hormones.
I don't think that would be for you to decide. I think that it's for each own person, because obviously it's whatever makes you feel comfortable being yourself. But I think that definitely if you were to go look and research what it means to be both genders and how society treats both differently and throughout history, just looking at how it's been throughout history and how things are changing, and obviously take new perspectives, because you never know what anybody has experienced throughout their life.
Okay. I think I'm following. I think so. Thank you. Thank you for that answer.
Of course.
What am I missing here, guys? What should I ask? Am I missing anything? Have we missed an important aspect of this conversation?
I don't know what you guys talked about before I came, so.
It was pretty similar to what it continued on
Okay.
to be, yeah. Was there anything I missed, do you think? Or
No,
no?
not really.
Okay.
I think that it is very important for people to see how they want themselves to be presented by others, and I think that should be a very big characteristic about how you show yourself, especially how you feel internally too.
Okay.
I think those are definitely very, very important factors, because I do know that they can differ. They definitely can.
Okay.
I've always felt that I am the way that I am, but I wasn't always physically this way, is what I mean.
And I think it is important to have these uncomfortable conversations, because a lot of people don't. So I think this is good, especially when it's calm like this, because normally when we do have these when people do have these conversations, they're kind of
Gets kind of nasty.
yeah. So I love this. I love that it's calm, respectful, a little bit uncomfortable, but that's okay. You know what I mean?
A little discomfort is okay
Yes.
to have the conversation.
Yeah. Especially when it doesn't affect me personally, so it's hard for me to have answers. but because I've never been through it. I personally have never been through it, but
You doing okay? Any discomfort in the conversation?
No,
No? Okay.
Jasper, you should come step in. It's okay. Come on.
okay, guys, I'm gonna go out of class in an hour. I have to change and shower real quick.
All right. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Do you want one of my cards?
Can I have a fruit snack too?
Absolutely. You can have a drink too if you like.
Okay, thank you so much.
Here you are. If you want one.
Thank you.
Would you like one? You were listening into a little bit of it. It sounded like it, yeah. Were you able to catch most of the words? You were a little far away.
Some of them.
Most of them? Okay, some of them? Okay. So we were... Are you guys friends? You are friends? Yeah. Okay. So you're familiar with each other. Okay. We were kind of discussing like whether someone should take hormone supplements, or whether there's an alternative, or what's all behind that, kind of getting down to the meat of that. I guess what are your thoughts on it? What's your take?
Well, it's for like each individual person. Me personally, I don't think I would go on hormones, but like for her, she'd like hormones.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm comfortable in my body, even though I'm a boy, but like I'm comfortable acting feminine.
Okay. So it's what I'm hearing, and I like to kind of boil stuff down to certain words, and if I'm being inaccurate to what you said, like if I'm misrepresenting you, just be like, dude, no. What I think you're saying is there's probably a couple elements. It sounds like you're talking about freedom, and then maybe also personal preference. Like people should have the freedom to choose kind of what's best for them.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. Okay.
People know themselves best.
Can we talk about that? That's an interesting... I mean, that's kind of what we've been talking about to some degree.
I think that they brought up a really good point.
Okay. Yeah. People know themselves better than... Maybe not better. Maybe that's not the accurate word. People know themselves best. They know what's best for them. People know what's best for them. Is that the claim
Not
here?
entirely.
No?
When it comes to identity,
Yes. To identity, I would agree with that.
like when it comes to things like healthcare or something that they're not specialized in, then not necessarily. But when it's their own identity, yes.
What makes identity different than, let's say, a healthcare issue?
That's getting to philosophy there.
It is.
Okay. So, like, you know that gender and sex are two different things, right?
I'm not sure exactly what the difference is. I think generally speaking, when people say gender, some people mean it to mean the same thing. Some people would say gender is more like how someone identifies, how someone feels their body correlates with a societal expectation. And sex would be physical, like DNA characteristics. Is that accurate?
Yeah, for the most
Okay.
part.
Okay, gotcha. Continue on.
So, like, I don't understand my point, but
Sorry, I didn't track the what you were saying. I apologize.
Oh, they were asking if you could carry on with because you said that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But they were saying if they missed any parts. Did you have anything that you wanted to add to that?
I don't think so.
Okay, let me try to back
Yeah.
my thoughts up here. So people cannot be wrong about their identity. I think we were talking about, and then you asked me about the difference between sex and gender, and I'm not connecting the dots there. I guess why did you ask me about that?
Just to be aware if you're confused on that sex and gender might be the same thing. Because you can be wrong on your sex.
Okay.
Like, for example, like some people do think that they are XX chromosomes or XY. But even in biology, there's a bunch of genetic aneuploidies. There's XXX, XXO, XYY, bunch of them.
Okay. So someone could be wrong about a biological fact about themselves.
But their identity is what they know, even though it can change and fluctuate as they like age and get older and more mature, but it's still fundamentally they know who they are.
Where does identity come from?
It's from your personal being.
Is it a... I want to suggest things, but I feel like that might be inappropriate. I'm wondering if it is. May I suggest things?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a like brain chemistry thing? Is it a feeling? Is it a spiritual thing?
I don't know necessarily if it's a spiritual thing, but I do feel like it's something like in my brain. I just know I am a boy, despite however I present. I know I'm a boy.
Okay. And that would be... are you speaking gender?
Yeah.
Gender? Okay. Gotcha. Okay. What does it exactly it mean to be a boy? What does that entail?
It's just kind of a feeling. Like, I know that I'm not a woman. I don't know how else to describe it. How would you describe being a boy?
I don't think I could.
See?
Yeah. Like...
You can describe stereotypes of being a boy, but then there are guys that wear dresses just
Exactly,
because
yeah.
dresses are nice.
Yeah. No, I mean, on hot days, I could really dig a dress. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be a very cooling experience. Because, yeah.
You wouldn't be the first guy to do it.
Okay, we got stereotypes that, of male and female. We got feelings of being male, knowing. So it's coming from somewhere internal. Not necessarily spiritual.
We're actually on the opposite spectrum.
You two disagree?
No, we are
You and me?
no.
Who?
Both.
I'm a
Jasper.
trans guy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Jasper's a trans male. I'm a trans female.
Gotcha.
So we're
Okay.
opposite
Gotcha. I did kind of conclude that, but I didn't know what you meant at first. Like,
You would ever want to be a woman.
No, I don't even want to be a woman. I know I'm a woman.
Yeah. Like, there's one big thing with being trans. If I could, I know a lot of people think, oh, it's a choice. If I could choose any day to be cis and not be trans, I would. But deep down, that's just who I am.
I would agree with that.
yeah. Okay.
I really don't like the fact that I am trans. Like, throughout my whole childhood, I would cry myself to sleep almost every night because I didn't feel comfortable in my body. And I didn't know why, but I would literally sob myself to sleep.
Sorry to hear that. It does sound awful. Really awful. So both of you are in agreement that if you had the choice, which you're telling me that that is not a choice.
Yeah.
That you would choose to be cis.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a big
That's-
burden.
that's- yeah.
Claim yourself as trans. And
It-
this
there's-
is something
yeah.
that you're going to be stuck with for the rest of your life. People will always have their own opinions on it, and that's just how it's going to be.
And it's just so deep. I'm slightly emotional. I apologize. Because I don't like to see people suffering. I don't want people to suffer.
The more you bring it to light, the less people will.
Right. That's why I thought it was very important to talk about this talk about this. Even though I know it's a really, really hard thing to talk about, especially right now, politically.
Yeah. So, I think I'm gonna ask this. I think it piggybacks off what we were just talking about. If there was a way, for you, both of you guys. I don't mean it like that. You know what I mean.
It's plural.
Yeah, I use it in a non.
I use
Yeah.
dudes generally.
Dudes, yeah.
So
That's kind of what I meant. Yeah, exactly what I meant. If you were to have a way to
Swap bodies.
like, for like Freaky Friday.
Exactly.
No,
That's literally what we were talking about.
No, what-
It would be so much easier
I know
if we could just swap brains.
that'd be great for you. It would be a perfect match.
Yeah.
Not actually where I was going.
So much happier with myself.
Like if there was a way for you to love yourself, accept yourself, like the way you existed before transition, like to be okay with that, with how your body was, how your everything was, would you want to go down that route?
if it was ever possible, but I barely survived for 18 years attempting that.
Okay. Kind of the same answer. Okay. Like in a lot of these conversations, I ask if there's any like alternative solutions, and I kind of want to ask that here, but it almost seems weird to ask, based on how the conversation went.
I think there could be, you know, I saw myself, I had two options. I'd want to live a life where I felt comfortable being myself, but the world would not accept me. Or one where I would be accepted by the world, but I would be living a lie.
I think what I'm trying to ask is like, would it be possible to become comfortable with how you were?
I don't think so. I really, really don't. My grandma tried putting me in conversion camp, and it did not go well.
Yeah, I don't think
I also got like, they took me to a church, and they had people praying over me and speaking in tongues.
Oh,
It was,
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
yeah, it was,
that doesn't sound
it's
fun.
traumatizing
Yeah.
because I just tried expressing that I didn't feel comfortable in my body, and my grandma wants to instantly change me. Like she doesn't like me for who I am.
If there is a way to become comfortable with your body like that, I don't think that's the way to go. That sounds traumatic, awful. Sorry you had to go through that.
Thank you.
What about you? Do you think that is something that's possible, or is that an impossibility?
I feel that it's also an impossibility. The first time I tried even expressing myself slightly, I cut my hair, and my dad spent 2 days burning my belongings.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's
So even if you can't express yourself slightly,
terrible. That's terrible what you guys went through. That I have a daughter, and I couldn't imagine burning her things for a reason like that. That's unimaginable. Gosh. Wow. Deep. Is there anything I missed here? No?
I think we covered it all. I'm glad that Jasper joined.
Me too.
but he dragged me here.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. This is
For
awesome.
listening.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
You guys are welcome to the drinks. Or the drink.
I'm here for the fruit snacks.
Fruit snacks, yeah. Take 2, 3, 10. Take a whole box. Honestly, I don't even care. Seems good free. Alright, thanks again, guys.
Thank